goodness. Can't even see myself. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry I haven't posted in months, but I am a perfectionist, which leads me to procrastinate because I have been worried that I don't have the right lighting, the right setup. My grandma's right there because I share this room. She's just staring at me. I don't have the right background, obviously not the right environment, the right equipment. I mean, look at what I'm using as my mic. My dog, he bit one of my AirPods. He almost ate it. Regardless of all of that, I'm so happy that I'm finally sharing this with you guys. If you haven't watched my last video, which please do if you haven't, because then you're like, what is this? I am basically sharing my journey with anyone who's interested in watching me grow as a makeup artist. If anyone wants any tips, any advice on how they could grow as a makeup artist, or maybe you just want to learn more about the industry, I would be more than happy to help and to show you guys. So one of the first things that I did after the last video is I reached out to several Miami makeup artists because I live in Miami and there's a lot of talented makeup artists here. And I asked a few ladies if they would be willing to do informational interviews with me. We did it through Zoom because of, COVID. A few were so kind to be willing to share their wisdom with me. There's a lot of valuable information to learn from them. They talk about how they started, how they got to where they are today, any things that they recommend, any things that they don't recommend you do as a makeup artist. So today I have Selena, and I will be putting her pages down below. She is an amazing, talented Miami makeup artist who I've been following for a while and I've looked up to because of her aesthetic, how down to earth she seems, how confident yet at the same time humble. I'm sure you'll learn a lot from her, so please keep on watching if you're interested in knowing anything about makeup artistry as a career for yourself or just in general. Pretty good stuff here, pretty good stuff. So yeah, just keep on watching. I don't know what that was.
So if you see me looking over here, it's because I got the questions over here. But yes, so first of all, thank you, honestly, for taking the time to do this interview.
Of course.
And so yeah, basically let's just start at the beginning. Can you tell me a little bit about your career path and how you got to where you are today?
I feel like it's like a loaded question because so like if we start from the beginning, I did cosmetology in high school. So like my senior year, I started getting into cosmetology. I went to Miami-Dade. I dropped out. I went into beauty school. I was doing hair there. And then when I graduated, I had graduated with makeup honors. And I literally just like dove into makeup and like I've never looked back. Like the first 3 years of my career, I was doing a lot of free work. So I was doing a lot of collab, just like a lot of networking. I was working like 3 jobs at a time. And then it wasn't until like 3, almost 4 years ago where I went just like by myself.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, just basically taking like any job that came my way.
Wow, only 3? I feel like, I mean, I've seen you work on so many people.
It's been a total of 6 years for sure. It's just whenever I had other jobs, I didn't really show it. But I've been full-time, like nothing else for like 3 to 4 years. Almost.
Okay, got it. So I know that now with obviously like quarantine and COVID and everything, it's different. But what does a typical work day look like for you?
Well, right now I'm actually like working full-time at a startup company where I'm doing social media marketing and I'm also running socials for other people. So basically my life now in quarantine is I wake up, I have coffee, like before I even brush my teeth or anything, like I have coffee. Ugh, this hair doesn't look cute.
No, it does.
So I wake up, I have coffee, and then I go straight to my computer. I will start like attacking all of my emails because I have like 3 different emails. And then from there, I'll start sending out like what everyone in my team has to do because I like manage a team in the social media. And then I just get to it. I'm there working to who knows how long. And then that's really about it. Like I really just am on the computer all day.
And that's just now because of
That's now
quarantine?
just because of quarantine, but typically before that, it was like before quarantine when I was doing makeup, I'd wake up and like get ready for my client because I would always take like a client a day or a client every other day because I was taking a lot of trials. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday would be like my busiest days. So I would wake up, get to work either in the studio like on a Friday or Saturday, get ready to go to a wedding and be there all day. The life.
Okay. And like a studio for brides, you mostly focus on brides?
Yeah. So now in my career, I mostly focus on brides. I used to be
Okay.
very like the Insta famous girl, like more of a celebrity client, but now I'm definitely more for the brides.
Okay. All right, nice. So I know you talked about beauty school on and off, but do you recommend beauty school or any other makeup or even business program for makeup artists?
So for makeup artists, honestly, no. Like, don't go to a beauty school because I'm still paying off my student loans, and this was in 2014. So I wouldn't recommend it. Like, if you're someone who knows how to do makeup and you just want to like brush up on your skills, I say go directly to your favorite makeup artist or your favorite artists and learn from them. Take a few classes. If you want to learn about business, like there's so many helpful videos on YouTube, which is how I've learned the majority of everything that I know. And Amazon Prime books. I love books. I love the aesthetic of them. I love reading. So like me absorbing things is just like second nature. I feel like if you want to be successful in anything at all, you need to be willing to like learn for yourself, even if you're not in school.
So when you say books, you mean for artistry and business?
I think more for business. Because like
Okay.
artistry, honestly, like if you it's like, like if it's in your hands, you can learn it, but like you don't really have to read about it too much unless you want to like learn about skin and like formulation and stuff. But I really feel like if you get to know the products that you use and like the skin type that you work on often, I think you'd be fine. I mean, there's definitely books on it, but like I've never found them to be super helpful or anything.
All right. And so has there ever been a time where a client hasn't reacted like positively to your work, and how have you reacted to it?
Oh my God. So how old was I? I was like 21, 22. I don't know. I was working at a tanning salon, and like when I was working there, I was the only one there. And then they had a back room. So what I would do is I would set up like my station up in the back room, and then I would take clients while I was on the job. And there was this one client who I had known for years, and she was doing her makeup with me. Oh my God, sorry. Um, I was doing her makeup, and it was like I was so proud of the makeup. It was like some of the nicest stuff I had done thus far. And she saw it and she didn't like it, and I was like, well, do you want me to take it off? I can start all over again. Let me delete this, it's in the way. I can start all over again. And she was like, no, just keep on, keep on. But like the whole entire time, she was like trashing me. She was like saying the worst things to me. Like, I won't even repeat them, but they were horrible, to the point where I'm doing her makeup and I'm like crying because she's like severely hurting my feelings. And that was like the last time I've ever taken anyone that I did not like. Like, if I don't like the way that someone texts me or like emails me, I won't even bother replying, because that experience was like, it triggers me thinking about it. That's
Yeah. But okay, so why wouldn't she just, I don't know, tell you to stop or something, or just like, leave? I don't know.
some people suck. That's just like,
Just
some people just suck. Like you can't do anything about how other people react to different things in life. And who knows, maybe she was just trying to get free makeup.
did she get it for free?
No, no,
It didn't work.
definitely not.
All right. So, okay. What recommendations would you have for a makeup artist trying to build their clientele? Because I know I'm starting out and I do not have a consistent clientele.
So what I used to do that worked out for me a lot is I would like look for the client that I wanted. So let's say like you want the client that's like 24, 25 years old, like lives in Kendall, like hangs out with this person, goes to this place. Like I would literally just like look for them, like, and I would reach out, and I would only reach out to someone who had a lot of friends. And I would reach out and say, hey, come over. I would love to use your face to practice. I have new products. Whatever. Like I would do their makeup for free. I would sit them in my chair and I would post them, and I would make them post me and tag them. So that way their friends could see me, and whoever their followers were could see me. And that's really how I got the majority of my clientele. And then just like the first 3 years of my career was all networking. Like all the people that I'm using now in the career that I'm in now, like it's all because I met them like when I first started doing makeup. So all the photographers, videographers, like graphic designers, like I met them all when I was doing things for free. So I think those free years are the most important years of someone's career, like as an artist for sure.
So how did you find these girls? Because for example, I've reached out to Instagram models, influencers, and a lot of them don't reply most of the time. I mean,
Well,
I know to
the
try
thing is,
more,
the
but
influencers, like the Instagram models, you don't want them. Like they're no good because like they're just overly saturated. All of their clients, or are not their clients, but all of their followers are going to be like men that want to look at them. You want to go for, I mean, it depends. It really depends on you. I mean, maybe I've just gotten lucky, or like I've read so many books on marketing and like how to get your clientele that I've just learned a bunch. But definitely you want to go for someone that's just like not in the mix like that, like someone that has nothing to do with you, because that's a whole entire other market that you're exposing yourself to that you had no connection with before. And I mean, you can also like talk to photographers. Like if you have a lot of photographer work and you've worked with a lot of other models, those models are, they're probably going to talk to you if they see that you've been working with other people like them.
okay.
If
Yeah,
that
actually,
makes sense.
it does. It makes sense. Actually, what I was gonna say is one of my other questions was, how do you connect with people also in this field? I mean, photographers, models. So do you just reach out to them, or are there different ways, different outlets?
I mean, just reach out. Like that's really all I can say. Maybe I just got lucky, but like I would reach out. I used to network a lot. Like I would go to a bunch of parties where everyone was at. Just literally reaching out. I've sent like cold emails, like for like every 100 emails you send, you'll probably get 5 replies. Like that's just what it is. But like I think the best way to do it is to collaborate on something with like other creatives and then bring in people. Like I mean, maybe that's how it was done 6 years ago. I mean, I can really just only tell you how it was done back then. I don't really do that much now. I mean,
Yeah.
for the majority, if I ask someone, like, can I do your makeup? They're like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, but I like your advice. Actually, no one's told me that yet, to reach out to just like a normal person instead of
Yeah,
a
because imagine,
model.
like, if you did Fulanita's makeup in wherever, like, and she posts you and she has 1,000 followers that have nothing to do with you, those 1,000 people are going to see who you are. And even if you only get one client from it, like, yo, that's one client you got.
Yeah.
So I mean, like you don't want to aim super big right away, because like if you have to start small, like day by day,
Mm-hmm.
and then the big ones will come. And if they don't, then at least you have already your people that know what you do and like you and hire you and are consistent with you.
Okay. And then when you say you would send cold emails, you mean even to photographers?
Yep, to everyone, any and every.
And what would you say to them, or something along the lines?
I mean, just like you would like introduce yourself, or like if you want to work on a project. I mean, it really depends on what you want. Like,
Okay.
just cold emails are the way to go.
All right. Okay. So what are you doing now to grow as an artist and to differentiate yourself from other artists?
Literally nothing. Like, I'm not doing a thing. Like I'm
No.
not doing anything. I'm not trying to differentiate myself. Like I think me, like I'm already so different from all the other makeup artists, at least, that I feel like I don't need to differentiate myself. Maybe the fact that I take my Instagram seriously, I take my aesthetics seriously, I take my customer service seriously, like I don't cancel on people. I think like really amazing work ethic is what distinguishes me from the other people, I would think. That's
Yes.
just me. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know.
So you don't have, a
Like I'm
so-called
not trying to
brand?
do anything right now because regardless, like if I'm booking a client, they're canceling because they're booking like in the hopes that things are going to get better, but things aren't getting better right now. And work will come when it does. I'm like not right now. I feel like this is the time where we should be really like with our families. So if I'm going to expose myself to anyone, I'm going to expose myself to my families, to like my family and friends. So I don't know. I'm just like I'm not even taking clients right now.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
I mean, it'll be fine. It'll work out however it does.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you have your other job too. That's why you probably got more into that, right? The social media.
Yeah, it was really like a gift from God, honestly. Like for one, I saved up so much money. I don't like for no apparent reason. So I was good. And I was like, well, I mean, at some point I'm gonna have to make money again.
Okay. So I know you talked about your Instagram aesthetic, which is funny. That's one of my questions. I said, I basically just wrote out, okay, so I know you have 2 Instagram pages and I noticed that they're aesthetically pleasing. So I was just wondering if you had basically a certain theme to your page, if that's important for your business or you think that's important, and how did you find what works for you for your Instagram page?
A theme. I don't like if I had a theme, I guess it would be like that whatever color palette I use it in my every single day life. So like white, black, gray neutrals. Like I'll only wear white, black, or gray. Like that's all I'm ever gonna shoot. I'm not gonna put neons anymore. Like if I put a neon, like I don't know, it must be the best thing I've ever seen in the world. But like if it doesn't match like the strategy I've given for myself, it's not going up. I forgot the other one.
How did you find what works for you, theme
What
wise?
works for me? I don't know. I just put what I like. Like if it's true to me and who I am as a person, like it's what I'll put up. Like you'll never see me like posting a photo like in a bikini on a yacht, like popping bottles, because that's just not me. I feel like I'm a much more like down to earth. Like I don't wear makeup. Like I feel like if you're super true to yourself and you don't censor yourself and you just kind of get comfortable in the skin that you're in and you let other people see that, like, I think people will appreciate that.
I like that advice.
Just like if you're faking it, like if you're not being yourself, people can tell and that turns people off. Like it turns me off. Like if you aren't acting like you and you're acting like someone else, I can tell instantly and I don't want to even mess with that.
Got it. So it's, how some people have kind of their business is a brand, but it's separate from them.
Yeah.
Would that be the same for you, or is it different for you that it's more like personal?
I mean, I feel like I treat my business, like I feel like my business is also like a very, like it's very much exactly like me. Like it's exactly like what I like. It's like I'm not pretending to be someone else with my brand. Like I think it's done so well because it's my voice and it's things that I actually like. It's not like I'm looking to curate something that has nothing to do with me. Like it's really still a lot of me.
Yeah. Okay. So now to move on to your bridal business.
Mm-hmm.
When you decided to launch your bridal, glam team, how did you know that you were ready? And did you have any business knowledge beforehand?
No, I had like no business knowledge. I still don't. I really don't. Like any knowledge that I have now is like because I've read up on it, because I listen into other people's conversations, like when they talk about business, like And how did I know to get started? I don't know. I knew like that I didn't want to do celebrities anymore. Like I would go do a celebrity, and like though it's so much fun, like it's a lot of work for me to feel like I wasn't even appreciated, like I didn't do a good job when I know that I did. It like I just knew like it really sat on my heart that I wanted to work with more everyday people, like on very important days of their lives. Like I wanted my job to like really give me a sense of like positivity, and you know, I wanted to be around women and make them feel beautiful on the most important day of their lives. So that's how I decided to make the switch. But I like started introducing my bridal photos, like my bridal portfolio, because I had a portfolio already, because I had already done weddings. I just wasn't putting it out there because I wasn't trying to book weddings. So when I knew I wanted to make the change, I started just incorporating it and started like cleaning up my aesthetic and being a little bit more catered to the bridal vibe. And then I had already like booked weddings. So around the time that I was cleaning up, I was getting weddings and creating more content. And then it just became like very wedding saturated. And then it became a thing.
So how did you go about that? Because I know you have your Selena page and then you have your bridal page. So you started off with your Selena page, and then like
So
how
I
did
started off
you
Selena page, and then I started cleaning up my act a little bit. And then from there, as I started doing more weddings, I just changed my name completely, switched it over, made Selena Will Cut You like my personal brand, and then I Do Bridal, my business.
So your I Do Bridal was technically your first page?
Yep. So
Yeah.
I just switched it
Okay, because that's where you had most of your clients following you.
yeah, like I didn't want to lose the numbers, which is ridiculous because once I did Selena Will Cut You, those numbers went up like nothing. Like in 2 days, I got like all my following back. I mean, I've definitely lost a bunch as I've like cleaned up, because I feel like during the quarantine, I've actually changed a lot. So I feel like I've lost a lot, but like I'm okay with it. Like I don't really necessarily care about the numbers actually.
Okay. All right. So, I'm talking a lot about you having kind of two separate pages and everything because I have a situation that I would like advice on. So, I like doing all types of makeup, but I have two goals here. I have the goal of I would like to work as a makeup artist on film sets and photography sets just for the experience. I'm not sure I would love that, but definitely film sets. And at the same time, I love, like you said, making people feel special on their special days, like weddings, any special occasions. So I don't know how to exactly go about that. I don't know if you have any advice for me. I was thinking of creating a second page for bridal makeup, but I don't have a lot of experience with bridal makeup. So it's not like I have a portfolio ready. And at the same time, I didn't know how to, like I said, go about that with also wanting to, explore other avenues of makeup.
I mean, I think you should just stick to whatever's working for you now. And then let's say it's film and you want to get into bridal, just like start doing bridal. Like reach out to people in the bridal industry, or reach out to people that you are noticing that are getting engaged and say, hey, I've never done a wedding before. I'm great at makeup. I'm willing to do your makeup for free for your wedding, for images so I can use for my portfolio. I mean, this goes back to if you want to start in a new industry, like you need to work for free. Otherwise, like no one's going to know who you are. No one's going to find out about you. And if you're new to the game and you're saying, I'm going to charge X amount for this much, they're going to say, who is this girl? She's never done anything before. So I feel like that's probably a really good way to go about it. I actually know a photographer who is amazing. She's amazing and she's great. And her first couple of weddings, she did completely for free, just so she can build up her portfolio. So I think that's really the way to go about it. And then once you have your portfolio, then you can start your second page.
Okay, got it.
But then obviously, like you have a name now, like lock it down.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking because, my idea was to create the second page later on, like you just said. But then you said you created your I Do Bridal Glam, and that was your first page. So that's
yeah, I mean, you can switch the name. Like whenever you want, you can always switch the name. You don't.
Oh, no. No, sorry. Yeah, no, I mean, basically keep the follower count. I didn't know whether to build my bridal glam page, secondary, or if I should just do my personal page secondary.
I mean, if you're doing like two different things, it's best to have two different profiles, but I would just stick to what's working for you now, like really work on it, and then just like your secondary page, work on it later. Like, I mean, just offer yourself off if that's really what you want to do. Like, at some point, like, how much does Amazon and Google and everyone spend on their marketing? Like, what are you spending? You're doing a free face, like that's your marketing cost. So it ends up being beneficial. A lot of people, like, they don't really like to do free work because their value or whatever, but like, what are you really spending on marketing? What are you spending on advertising? Like, what are you actually doing to be seen?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it makes sense.
I don't mind doing free work.
Okay, so then moving on to more ways of advancing just my career. What do you believe is the most important thing that I should be spending my time on? And then what would you say is the least important thing?
What's the most important and what's the least important? Least important. The least important thing, I don't know, I'll get back to that one. The most important thing would be your reputation. Yeah, that is important. You want to make sure that you're always on point, because if you're ever bad, that word will get around faster than if you're not like bad at all. Like if you're amazing. Least important. Least important. I have no idea. Literally no idea. I don't know what's least important.
That's okay. Yeah. The most important thing, what you said about reputation, I mean, it makes sense because people talk, I think, when you do badly, they talk more about that than when you do well. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's super
true. Even in other aspects of life. So, if you could do this career all over again, is there anything you wish you would have done from the beginning, or anything you wish you could have changed from what you did do?
Honestly, I love the way that I did it. Like, I love my journey. I think my journey was perfect. I feel like it was exactly the way it was, like it went, or it's going exactly the way it was supposed to. I feel like everyone's journey is unique. What works for me will, not be like what works for you. Like, it's really just different for everyone. Like, some people, become overnight successes. Some people, it takes them 10 years, I don't think there's anything I could have done differently. Like, I learned everything when I was supposed to learn it. I did everything, I always gave it my all. Like, I'm proud of myself. What can I say?
That's awesome. Okay. So do you have any recommendations on other people I should be speaking to, or any other resources I should explore?
Well, let's see, resources, anyone that you should be speaking to, well, you should probably speak to Mina Inc. She's a motivational speaker. She's someone who will really give you a good conversation. She can like talk all day. Resources, I don't know, YouTube and Google. That's where I've learned like literally everything.
YouTube and Google. Okay. The last question is, are there any questions that I'm not asking that you think I should be? And then just feel free to tell me any piece of advice you'd like to add.
Any questions? I'm thinking long and hard.
No, don't worry.
Any questions I think you should be asking? No, I don't think so. I feel like you asked good questions. And then any piece of advice, educate yourself as much as possible and do your taxes.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. How did you learn about that regarding your bridal business? Did you just read up on it?
There's this book called Taxes for Small Businesses.
All right. Got it.
And just literally like read as much as you can on everything, like especially like marketing for sure, because that's where Like I feel like, or maybe it's just me that I'm super interested in marketing and like social media and like getting a word out there, but definitely reading is super important.
All right. Okay, well, I don't have any more questions, but you answered everything. So thank you so much. It was so nice talking to you.
Of course.
And I really do admire your work. I love it. I love both of your pages. Follow both of them. So
Thank you.
yeah, but good luck with all this quarantine stuff. And I'm sure you'll get back to work.
You. Good luck
hopefully soon.
with your film and with your bridal.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Well, good night.
Yeah. Bye.
So, did you guys, take notes? Get that? Did you get that? I made this video, so I got it. I was so inspired after this interview with Selena because I realized how she started in a really similar place that I feel like I am now, and she seems very self-assured now of her talent, of just her hard work. That's something that I personally struggle with. I feel like I get very insecure at times, thinking I'm not really that good enough at what I'm doing, but I feel like a lot of people feel that way in a lot of aspects of life. I am just grateful that, someone like her is, existing here and helping me and helping anyone who's watching this video by just sharing her experience. Some makeup artists see each other as competition, and we must remember that we're supposed to be collaborators, not competitors. I really believe that, and I would hope to be that for anyone else. Anything about me, if you want to know, please comment below. If there's anything you want me to cover, anything you want to see, please let me know. I'm saying let me know a lot, but let me know. I know that I learned a lot from Selena, so I hope you did too. And tell me if you like this video. I mean, any encouragement helps. Anything. Slide into my DMs. Type a comment below. Send a bird a little note in a bottle across the ocean. I will be showcasing other makeup artists soon. I'm talking really fast because my grandma's starting to snore. She's snoring. Okay. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.